Striker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Severe weather and heavy rain across mid-Michigan today, and it continues to come down across a good portion of the viewing area. Heaviest storms now strongest south and east of Lansing as they continue to progress towards the east. This is the strongest portion of the line moving through Jackson as we speak, and there is a lot of lightning. And even where the severe threat is getting a little lower, there's still lightning strikes showing up north and west of Lansing. There's our current warnings. Ingham and Jackson County severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15. Livingston and Washington all severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect until 6:30 tonight. Peak wind gusts so far today, the biggest number, highest number, 52 miles per hour in St. John's, 45 in Grand Ledge, 43 in Jackson. That is enough to cause some problems as far as power disruptions, however. We've been tracking that all afternoon. Meteorologist well with a check of some of the power outage numbers. How's it looking? Yeah, we currently have right around 70,000 customers without outages noticed. All of them all towards Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. That's where that line of storms that you just mentioned was. So as it moves closer into our area, we're expecting even more power outages in the area. You'll have an update coming up in just a little bit with a live look from Blake Harms as well. Yeah, we've got Blake out there on the roads. He's going to give us a live look as he's heading south, and there's a lot of flooding on 127. Stay tuned for that. 6 News at 6 starts right now.
From Storm Striker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Lots of power outages today. Scattered reports of very heavy rainfall across mid-Michigan, including the Lansing area and along 127, where 127 a few moments ago from Blake Harms was completely flooded. Take a look at that shot. It is a very slow go. If you approach a road that's flooded, best advice is always turn around, don't drown, because it doesn't take much moving water to float your vehicle right off the roadways. I don't think that was the case right where Blake was, but it was beginning to pile up quite a bit. As far as the radar is concerned, there's still heavy rainfall, especially in Jackson. That's where the worst of this storm is right now. We've had Blake Harms heading south along 127. You saw that image a moment ago. He joins us right now. Blake, what's your location now and what are you seeing?
Hey David, actually I just came across, there's a down tree right there. I just passed by. It's getting a little nastier down here towards Jackson. We have a lot of power outages, water over the roadway in several locations, not helped by all the construction that's being done. But certainly some significant flooding. As I just mentioned, I'm not sure if you caught it or not, but there was a down tree, and now we're starting to see some tree debris, actually quite a bit of it here on the highway where you can see the storms just rolled through. So certainly packed a punch here in Jackson. As you mentioned, a lot of power outages. We're heading towards the general vicinity of downtown Jackson. I have a feeling there are going to be more trees down over this way, so we'll keep you updated as we continue heading south into Jackson. In the meantime, live from US 127, Blake Harms, 6 News.
All right, stay safe out there. Blake, we may check back in with him a little bit later as he gets into downtown Jackson, because, again, that is where the worst of the storm is located, and we're seeing a lot of power outages showing up around Jackson as well. The rainfall rates, this is why Blake was seeing flooding, over 2 inches per hour coming down in that short amount of time. It just piles up on the roadways so quickly. As you look at the 3D view, you can see these storms billow up into the atmosphere. They dump heavy rainfall, then the next one moves over. It's called training, and when you get several storms that move over like we've seen, that's why it really exacerbates that flooding situation. Severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect from St. John south and east through Lansing and Jackson until 9 o'clock, although I suspect that will likely be canceled early. Our St. John's cam, 71 currently. Look at the rainfall total, almost 1.25 inches to go along with a 52-mile-per-hour gust. On the Capitol cam, 73 degrees, just under 1 inch. Our wind gust at 46 miles per hour. In Grand Ledge, look at this rainfall total, just under 2 inches with a 45-mile-per-hour wind gust. Here's the time lapse in Jackson this afternoon as the storms are rolling in, and watch how this first line begins to move through. Little shelf cloud right there. Then you get some heavy rainfall. Starts to clear out, and the second line whips in from the west just as quickly, and that's what's responsible for the high winds that we're seeing. Our current temperature in Jackson, 72 with a 46-mile-per-hour wind gust. In Hillsdale, as we await the storms, it is all quiet with a temperature of 83. As we look at our severe weather risks for tonight, moderate wind risk, but a heavy rain threat is certainly going to be very high. The good news is this is going to quickly clear out, and by 11 o'clock we're seeing improving conditions, and tomorrow a much more tranquil day. Spotty shower, that's about it. So things really will begin to improve. Temperatures currently 70s north, still some 70s near 80, 90 currently in Adrian. Our low tonight as the temperatures fall to near 70 with showers and storms storms coming to an end. Tomorrow morning, an isolated storm, maybe a shower tomorrow. There shouldn't be a lot of activity. Highs will climb into the mid-80s, so it's still going to be warm, but less humid. The 6-day forecast, 90s on Saturday and Sunday. We cool it off a little bit Monday, then near 90 again on Tuesday. Next week, a little cooler, mid-80s for highs, and a little less rain in the forecast. As always, when severe weather threatens, your Storm Tracker 6 weather app is a key tool to keep you ahead of the storms. I know a lot of folks are getting a lot of use out of that tonight because my phone's been going off quite a bit.
No kidding. And just to see that time lapse of the shelf cloud come through, and you could see it all as the storm develops.
Yeah,
amazing.
one line after another.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping us updated, David.
You bet.
Well, still ahead, there's about to be...
You guys, we're getting a word that Jackson's been hit quite hard with severe weather this afternoon. Blake Harms has been heading south. He is there now. He rejoins us. Blake, what are you seeing out there?
Hey, David. Yeah, Jackson is a mess. There are a lot of power outages, lots of tree limbs down. We are here on Concord Boulevard. Almost as soon as we hit the city of Jackson, you could tell the storm rolled through here strong. There are at least 3 trees down here on this road, and I've only been in Jackson for about 10 minutes, so I believe there's significant damage here across the city.
All right, we appreciate that, Blake. We'll have more, of course, online at WLNS.com, as well as our newscast tonight at 11. Check out the power outages across the area. You can see how it's really stacking up across the Jackson County area. Again, this is primarily due to straight line winds. The good news is the storms are basically through Jackson. You got some more rain on the way, but the strong winds are now transitioning into southeastern portions of the viewing area, and then our severe threat will lessen. That doesn't mean there isn't going to be more rain, and there's already been flooding concerns. Remember the picture from Blake a little while ago, 127 south or north and south between Leslie and Mason, where the construction is taking place, was just a mess with lots of flooding out there. So just take it slow if you can this evening, and things will improve as we head through the overnight hours. But still at least some severe threat in our southeastern counties for the next hour or so.
Well, you know that down trees usually mean down power lines,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
be very careful, and they could be live, so take it easy out there.
Yeah, you don't know.
And David, you and the whole team have just done so well keeping us informed tonight, so thank you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, that does it for us. We'll see you back here for 6 News at 11, and we'll also have an update on the severe weather and the power outages that you're learning about now.